She's an author and former director of events at the White House. She joins me live from Chicago to discuss the debate. Laura, your take on what we've heard from Nathan, what you've seen so far tonight, the strengths that we've seen from Trump and Clinton. Talk about them.
Well, Nathan has done great reporting. It's great to be with you, Asiya. You know, I think that Trump has definitely started out doing what he needs to do. He has everything to lose from this debate, but by being measured and being focused, he perhaps can make up a few points, because in the last two debates, he went from 40 points down to 38 points, down to 36 points. He just keeps trending downwards. So he's got to, number one, stop the bleeding by looking more presidential, being focused, staying to the policy and the issues. And number two, continue on that road for the next 20 days when we have our elections here in America, because all he's doing right now, up until this point, is keeping his base of voters. But that base of voters is not large enough in which to win the presidential electoral college map in our country come November 8th. So by being calm and measured, I think he can sustain what he's lost and then try to build in the next 20 days. But as it sounds like Nathan said, after the first 10 or 20 minutes, it started taking a turn. And to be honest, Asiya, I think he thrives on that. Donald Trump likes the fight. Apparently, though, it does not come across when we look at all the polling to those independents and those Republicans that just don't want to vote for him.
Well, let me ask you about something he said when they were talking about immigration and border control. It came up a lot, Trump accusing Hillary of wanting to have open borders. Then Trump goes on to say that he wants to clear the country of, quote, bad hombres.
Yeah, I saw that just a second ago in a Twitter that came across about him calling them hombres.
This is not the way to win Hispanic votes.
No, and I mean, when you think about it, he started the election by calling Mexicans rapists and criminals. So that certainly hasn't changed, and that just speaks down, especially when they are doing this debate in Nevada. Now, Nevada has a very high Latina population. They have a Latina running for the former majority leader's seat in the Senate, Harry Reid, which is a very important seat for the Senate Democrats to pick up. And there's been some concern about Latino turnout at the polls. I think this will just energize the Latino population in Nevada to get out to the polls and vote for not only Hillary Clinton at the top of the ticket, but then down ballot, really focus on who takes over that Senate seat in Nevada, which would be the first first Latina in Congress. So that would be very historic.
There, of course, you know, Trump has allegations he's dealing with, sexual misconduct, harassment, but Clinton has her own issues here. New revelations about hacked campaign emails, also the fact that she got paid a lot of money for these speeches, showing a friendly approach to Wall Street. Do you think any of that at this point, 20 days before the election, will change any minds? Does it really matter now?
That's such a great question, Asiya. No, I don't think it really does matter, because for the last 2 weeks, Donald Trump has not only had the words come out, which equivocates to sexual assault, but he's had a lot more women come out. He is the candidate. And instead of trying to get over that story, 10 days later last night, his wife first came out and talked about it, or 2 days ago. But it was 10 days after it happened. His daughter just talked about it now, over 10 days since it happened. He's been tweeting up a storm. So he's made that bad message go on longer than it needed to go. Maybe if they could have turned that around, made it clear at the beginning, then the WikiLeaks would get a little bit more play. But they're not getting the play, and therefore it's not moving the needle towards Donald Trump.
Another strange twist in this election. Trump invited Obama's half-brother to the debate. Clinton's guests include Mark Cuban and Hewlett-Packard CEO Meg Whitman. What is all that about?
You know, it is amazing, because there is a strategy with the audience in these debate halls, and there's 3 of them, and each candidate gets to invite so many guests in addition to their family. That sits in the family box, which has lights on it during the debate. The rest of the debate hall is fairly low lit. Now, Donald Trump has brought out the women that accused Bill Clinton in the past at the last debate. He's brought Obama's half-brother, who's estranged from Obama, who does support Donald Trump. But is that really going to rattle Hillary Clinton? It seems more of a response to President Obama yesterday in the Rose Garden saying to Donald Trump about his quip about rigged elections to basically stop whining. So I don't know if that was really the best use of the space there. Now, over on the Hillary side, Mark Cuban, a billionaire, a corporate guy, has always sort of had a little beef with Donald Trump. Mark Cuban was an earlier supporter of Hillary Clinton, and Donald Trump, it's rumored, and I think we've seen it on display in the last 16 months, really gets upset when people start talking about his wealth and when it's business pit against business. So that's why Mark Cuban gets under Donald Trump's skin. But the other person there I think is very relevant, Meg Whitman, a Republican woman who was, I believe, co-chair and finance chairman for Chris Christie, the governor of New Jersey, who's now running the transition team for Donald Trump, is now on Hillary's side and said she's with her. So it is a bit of a mind game. But as long as you get out there as candidates, stick to your issues, it really is not going to have that effect. It shouldn't have that effect. You're running for president, you know, stick to the issues, talk about the country. But yeah, it's mind games.
Mind games, and sadly, some of those very important issues have been overshadowed by those accusations and allegations and just nastiness. All right, we'll leave it at that. Laura Schwartz, a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.